In the continuation of this week's episode of INC News World, watch how a Care for Humanity event impacts the lives of residents struggling from food insecurity in Vanuatu. Find out how a large-scale humanitarian effort helps residents share their passion with a community in Toronto, Canada. From North America to Europe, see the various events that have captured the attention of many to learn more about the Church of Christ. Your INC News World starts now. Welcome back to INC News World. While a stunning archipelago in the South Pacific, Vanuatu faces a concern more stunning: food insecurity. But let's take a look at how a group of volunteers and their humanitarian effort would assist in providing food security and something even greater. Michael Robinson has the details.
Vanuatu, known for its beautiful beaches amongst its 83 islands, a gateway to paradise. While still a tourism favorite, the harsh reality of poor living conditions is still seen here. Adding COVID to the equation, drastic decline on tourism and imports have brought another reality: food insecurity, affecting over 20% of its population. But even in these conditions, people like Madeline have a sense of hope, because today, through an ongoing humanitarian effort, she is receiving means to provide for herself through livelihood programs to help her and other families to improve their quality of life.
I will teach you later if you want.
When Getaway come today, especially the communities around our mama and young girls, only learn them on something today. No sewing especially, we believe most of these mamas, they don't have sewing machine. And today it was the first time to put the hands on.
The thread at the back. Okay.
The Church of Christ, through the FYM Foundation, has brought Care for Humanity to improve the quality of life of residents in Vanuatu through livelihood programs focused on resources available to families, like through cooking and sewing of clothes to help in their means of livelihood.
We also teach the people in Vanuatu for some livelihood programs like cooking and doing some recipes from the products or crops that they harvested over there.
Also, the donation of sewing machines to continue helping them in their means of livelihood.
We glad to us, we really appreciate them. Teams within Savetam, give him lo basket, give him one basket lo members lo communities around the school, and one way for donating the schools today. Me really glad to him and me really appreciate him.
Madeline not only appreciative of the food care packages also shared with her and residents, but also on other islands. Locations such as Port Vila, food care packages were provided to families in need. And in Tana Island, people gathering at Lamanu Stadium were receiving timely aid. And Deore Island and Espiritu Santo, resident also being given timely assistance. All of this aimed in providing aid to impoverished areas and underserved communities around the world, and now again happening in Vanuatu.
The people in Vanuatu, particularly those places where we went, they were so thankful to the Church of Christ. So thankful because they felt that there are people who care for them, like introducing to them some kind of livelihood program that may help their daily living.
And then roll this.
And this care for one's fellow man is not the first for Vanuatu, as the ongoing mission in past events to help those in need, whether through food care packages and medical missions, it still remains the same today, but with a more intensified effort. This effort making residents eager and learning more about such kindness coming from this church through evangelical missions held throughout the islands.
There was even a place where we held an evangelical mission, even if it was raining, people stay. People stay because they want to hear the truth. And then most of them registered as Bible students. And then the following day, there were people who went to our place of worship in Espiritu Santo and looking for ministers because they want to be registered as Bible students.
Madeline even offering her school for more people to learn about the love and concern she felt inside the Church of Christ after hearing the words of God taught in an evangelical mission.
I can say that they really love it, and hopefully they want to come around to learn more here.
They said we can even use it if we need a place to hold a worship service so that they can attend. This is with the help of our Lord God that we are successful with this.
And already in the start of this year, with more people learning about the truth and accepting it, greater results can only be hoped for due to the ongoing work of loving one's fellow man through these humanitarian efforts, fighting food insecurity coupled with hope. To watch more amazing works of the church through its humanitarian efforts, visit incmedia.org/church news. Michael Robinson, Iglesia de Cristo News Network.
Located in the province of Ontario, let's head over to the vibrant city of Toronto and learn how a woman passionate and caring for other people came together with other volunteers to reach out to their community in need. While this city is well known for its most recognizable structure and busy central downtown area, Toronto is often called the city of neighborhoods, and there is more to discover beyond its skyline. Those who bring these communities to life. Residents like Yolanda, a mother of 3, who has a passion for helping others.
Way back before, when I was young, I always thought of being part of a charity.
And today she continues fulfilling that passion alongside other members of the Church of Christ in a Care for Humanity outreach event in North York in the ecclesiastical district of Greater Toronto. Responding to a need, Church of Christ volunteers distributed about 2,000 care packages filled with grocery items and hygiene products, among other daily essential items. Statistics Canada reported in September 2022, yearly prices not only increased for food purchased in stores, but also rose at its fastest pace since 1981.
Because of the poverty that we are facing right now, especially after the pandemic, people are so happy and they are so eager to join us today. With God's help, I was able to always invite a lot of people from the shelter or from the food bank.
Presented certificates of recognition.
Together with other Church of Christ members, Yolanda reached out to her community and extended the invitation to organizations in need, like the Flemington Food Bank. Clifford, a volunteer at Flemington Food Bank in North York, is grateful for the care packages, as he attests to the difficulties in meeting the demands of the organization.
My role is to basically help the people that come in and facilitate them and make sure the clients are taken care of. Right now we have close to 400 sometimes a day. With the prices, food is expensive and people just don't have enough. And we run out sometimes, which is unfortunate. So it's very good. And for the work that this church does and the amount of food you distribute, it's amazing. Okay? So it's unbelievable. Especially with the amount of people we have, it definitely has.
Among other volunteers inspired to reach out to their community was Elenita, a retired part-time caregiver, who together with her husband brought guests from a local retirement home.
Pinuntahan ko po ang isang community. Nakipag-usap po ako sa kanilang mga coordinator kung pwede po silang maimbitahan. Kaya po sila po ay natutuwa na sila ay nalapitan ko at marami daw po silang mga tao na pwedeng ipasama sa akin.
But aside from the material help that was distributed, The spiritual needs of residents were also met through an evangelical mission and study of the words of God, led by Brother Emiliano Magtutu Jr., minister of the gospel, giving guests a deeper understanding of the Holy Scriptures. Although from a different religion, Burke was enlightened by what he heard.
This helps me a lot because it brings people towards Christ, and it helps grow the community and helps show a path that people that are lost, they can find God.
We still believe in kindness in humanity, and you are always welcome to come and join us and to listen to the words of God that our ministers are preaching from the Bible.
We once again welcome everyone and extend our appreciation for your attendance this evening.
There is a great impact that the Church of Christ, in partnership with the Felix Manalo Foundation, has done in our community through the event that we have this evening, because it serves as a beacon of hope, giving them a clear message that there's still people who care, and the Church of Christ is part of those people, organization in our society today who still care and are willing and ready to help those who are in need.
Outreach events like this in the Church of Christ remind us of the strength and resilience that can be found when coming together, like in Toronto, supporting each other to overcome challenging times while bringing fellow men closer to God. To watch more stories and events like this, visit incmedia.org/churchnews. Our first stop takes us to the ecclesiastical district of the Caribbean, where a Care for Humanity event was held across various sites in Haiti, including Cayman, Bayara, Ravine Park, Jezem-Plaine, and Pigeon. With the ongoing struggle of poverty and natural disasters faced by the nation, Haiti remains as one of the poorest nations in the world, with more than 70% living below the poverty line and approximately half of the population living off of $1.25 a day.
Nous avons un peu de difficulté, parfois pas de l'argent dans la et pour nous manger et pour nous boire et pour nous nourrir tout le monde. Parfois tout le monde on a plein tout. Avec lié de mon yo et na calamité qui oui. Parce que il y a des gens qui va non du tout les jeunes ils comptent améliorer et pour cara.
Felix Manalo Foundation aims to provide aid to residents living in impoverished communities. With this assistance, over 400 care packages were distributed to numerous residents in need. Alex was among those receiving this timely aid in Haiti. And as it continues to provide material needs for the residents in the community, it is the desire of the Church of Christ for more people to come to the knowledge of the truth written in the Holy Scriptures. In regard to this, an evangelical mission was held led by Brother Esteban Inocencio, the supervising minister of the ecclesiastical district of the Caribbean.
Nous avons encouragement pour nous revenir dans l'église Christ là parce que c'est l'église Christ là qui vient toute plus belle activité.
Members like Alex continue to share their faith with their fellow men in hopes that more will come to learn about the Church of Christ. We now go to the ecclesiastical district of Western Europe. Where a special gathering is held for choir members led by the supervising minister, Brother Marvin Adriano, through video conferencing with other sites joined online.
Mabiyaya ang pagsamba na naramdaman mula sa aking puso.
Sa tuwing tumutupad po ako ng aking tungkulin, ay wala pong pagsiglan ang aking kasiyahan sapagkat patuloy po namin nadarama ang lakas po na aming kailangan sa tuwing po nadarama namin ang kapangyarihan po ng ating Panginoon Diyos.
For choir leaders like Edna and Richard, it is through gatherings like this where they are uplifted in their love for performing their duties as choir members. And as choir leaders, they were reminded of the rules and guidelines in instructing their fellow choir members of the importance of upholding the duty of being a choir member.
Naroon lagi ang lakas na binibigay niya. Inspirasyon na makapapatuloy pa sa patuloy na paglilingkod. Ano man ang mangyari, ano man ang pagsubok, namamalaging nagtitiis, nagtitiyaga sapagkat sinasampalatayan ang Diyos naman ang aking kasama.
Whatever happens in life, performing my duty is my priority.
Church officers continue to receive inspiration as we visit the ecclesiastical district of New Jersey, where officers of the CWS, or Children's Worship Service, gathered at the House of Worship in Wrightstown for a General Assembly.
The lesson taught in the General Assembly helps me in the performance of my duty by continuing to remind me our delegate work in the Children's Worship Service in taking care of the young children who need our mighty God's words in these last days.
With the current condition of the world, CWS officers were reminded of the importance of teaching and guiding the youth members in the face of influences and pressures of everyday life.
The world isn't getting any safer. There are a lot of bad things happening, a lot of things going viral that we shouldn't be following. So it's important that through activities, through the worship service, through the performance of our duties, that we do the best that we can to help them in the right direction.
CWS officers gained the opportunity during this activity to enhance and develop their leadership skills.
Activities like these are important for CWS teachers and officers because they are reminded of the importance and the value of the duty that they have been given from our Almighty God in caring for the young children inside the church.
This activity benefited the CWS officers that by giving us a reminder, a little nudge, that this duty is really important, that it's pretty delicate, raising them, and we're guiding them in their faith, and we can be a big influence on that.
From caring for youth members to sharing good deeds toward their fellow men, activities in the Church of Christ continue to draw interest and inspiration for many to learn more about the teachings found in the Church of Christ. If you want to learn more about the Church of Christ, visit incmedia.org/about us. Well, that does it for us on INC News World. Tune in every Saturday for new episodes of INC News World on incmedia.org. I'm Naomi De La Cruz. Thank you for joining us. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time. God bless.